Artwork, critiques, Photoshop files, and reference sheets are all available on my Patreon. Well, good morning, you Al Pacinos and Childish Gambinos. I hope you're all doing bloody well. My name's Mikey, and welcome along to another episode of Draw With Mikey, episode 110. This is one of those episodes that I'm recording first thing in the morning. Can you tell by the tone of my voice? So I'm going to just be sipping at this massive pint of wake-up coffee. It is delicious, and I hope you guys maybe are settled in for a long little session, because for those of you not in the know, this is the super casual midweek series where we talk about whatever, draw whatever. He says midweek, it's Thursday, isn't it? I'm so sorry. And basically, it's just my opportunity to catch up with you guys in the comment section, read what's going on, and maybe you guys are getting some of your own artwork done in the background whilst I do the same. You fantastic individuals, I must remind you that if you want to be in with a chance to win an XP Pen Artist 12 graphics drawing tablet, oh my god, that's right, I'm giving it away at the end of the month worldwide. Just make sure that you're subscribed to my gaming channel, Mega 2, all one word, and my film channel, Filmcram, all one word. Links, of course, in the description below. Guys, don't miss out on an opportunity to do that. You don't have to do any other things, don't have to tell a friend, none of it. I'm just going to be picking winners from the list of people who are subbed to both channels at the end of the month, so keep your eyes peeled. But more importantly, allow me to focus on you guys and catch up with you lovely jubblies. Legends Never Die says, that thumbnail looks like a painting that Hisoka would hang up in his house. Oh yeah, yeah, so we did Good Boy Hisoka last week. Well, I did Good Boy Hisoka a fair old while ago on Twitch. Actually, oh god, you know what, I can tell I'm falling apart already. So guys, what you're probably seeing in the background is Sobble-chan, because the new Perky Man's characters got announced. They did like a trailer. This was actually a while ago now, I'm a little bit behind. So you've got the new three. There's, oh shit, what are they called? There's Monkey Face, Bunny Boiler, and Squirty Bertie. Squirty Bertie's my favourite, Sobble-chan, because really relatable. I had a look at the trailer and it was just like, oh, this Pokemon likes to run away from all of its problems and hide. And I was just like, oh, that's my Pokemon right there, I like it. So we're doing one of those Gajinka studies. You know, where you take a non-humanized thing and instead of anthropomorphizing it on the original form, you humanize it instead, but try to stick to certain motifs of the original animal and or monster character type. So that's kind of what I'm up to in the background of this video. What are you guys working on? What's going on? Oh, and this will be one of my kind of most favorite types for me personally of episodes, because I asked you guys last time, what manga are you reading? What anime are you watching? And basically I'm going to steal all of it, put it in a notepad file, forget about it on my desktop, and then 3 months later rediscover it, because that's how Mikey operates. So thank you very much. Legends Never Die. Elijah McBeast says, here you go, Mikey. And using the power of text and symbols, you've created a bunny rabbit giving a cake. Read more. This actually looks fantastic. Oh, the cost of the cake equals 1 like. Yeah, okay. I will pay that price, good sir. Thank you for the cake. Levi Navi says, I adore this channel. I feel like watching Hunter x Hunter now. Yes! Oh, Levi, yes, do it. Hunter x Hunter 2011 remake. Come on, it's so good. I can't go down that alley. If you've listened to more than one episode, if you pick 2 random episodes of Draw With Mikey from any of the back catalogue, I guarantee you in at least one of those episodes I've probably mentioned Hunter x Hunter, so I won't go down again. Jumin Han, you know, it's not her birthday every time. Jumin Han says, I didn't sneeze, but thank you for blessing. You're welcome. And Neru123 says, 8! DWM finally came back. Oh, welcome back, you bloody bastard. Thank you very much, good sir. It's a pleasure to be back. Sit back, be cozy, and relax whilst reading those comments, my man. Oh, thank you. I will do exactly that. That's exactly what I like to do for this series. Guys, you might notice, for those of you who are very keen, I've changed my banner ever so slightly. So instead of it saying Mondays, Wednesdays and weekends, it now just kind of says midweek and weekends. Because I'm boiling down, as mentioned, but just to recap you guys, I'm boiling down the channel to 2 videos a week. Temporarily, it's not like my long-term game plan or anything. But right now, I am cramming, and I'm only aiming to do phase 1 of the MCU before Endgame comes out. But on Film Cram, I am back to cramming those films down, which is just basically living in the editing suite forever and ever. The editing suite, he says. I sit exactly where I'm sitting right now. I just happen to be on Vegas Pro. Capricus says, hi Mikey. Hello Capricus. Have you ever tried tattooing people? Not with their consent, or considered doing it? If yes, could you speak about your experiences? Capricus, I cannot. However, I can give you a quick summary of somebody, I won't name names, I know on the internet who has done that. And they've done it twice, an apprentice for a year, an apprentice for a few months, and they found both experiences to be fucking awful. You make no money from it, obviously. Most of their work gets thrown out, and I think maybe either the studios they're working for or the people they're working with, they absolutely hated it. It was not a happy or fun experience for them. Obviously, that's just one person's thing, and loads of people really love tattooing, and I've probably mentioned before, but I'm one of those secret not tattooed people. Like, I've got a vague tattoo design in the back of my mind that evolves every couple of years a little bit, depending on what my influences and life events tend to be. Very personal thing, but whose isn't. And so what I do from time to time is I wear like long sleeve tops, don't show any skin, and then I go to the London Tattoo Festival. It's usually in the docks. It's so fucking cool. It is an incredible thing to go and experience. I recommend it for anyone at least once. And I walk around pretending I might have tattoos. I kind of like go undercover with all of the really cool people, but I'm just a normie. So yeah, I'm very pro tattoos, but I've heard a lot of experiences which are just really fucking shit and really fucking difficult. And actually, I've got two things that I am absolutely not. When I went to university, basically, I can't remember what it was, but my uni was open a lot and the library was open really, really late. So at some point, I got really pissed with my mates, like just absolutely off my face drunk. And I was just like, right, I need to sober up because I'm not really walking home that well. And the uni library was between the pub and the house. So I just went to the library and I just sat down in a chair for a bit. And I was like, oh my God, this makes me sound like a really classy guy. I'm going to share with you. And so I was just like, right, okay, I gave it a couple of hours. I probably sort of napped in between. I was like, yeah, okay, I think I'm sober now. I think I'm good. Spoiler alert, I wasn't sober. And I was like, oh, I might as well log into one of the uni computers. So I logged into the computer, and instead of doing anything useful like checking my emails, I went straight onto eBay and I ordered a cane. But instead of the cane unscrewing at the end to be a sword, it unscrews in the middle. And like you pull it apart and it's two super long handles and two relatively short swords. And I was just like, yeah, this is probably what I need to be buying. So I spent like fucking 60 quid on it, except because I was pissed. They were coming from America. So it's like 60 quid sword cane. It was, really shit steel, really fucking stupid thing. And it was going to cost like, 100 quid to get it posted to me. So the next morning I was just like, oh, fuck, what have I done? Anyway, I emailed the guy and I apologised. And I said, basically, look, I have bid on this. That is my responsibility. I am willing to pay the 60 quid that these swords cost, but please do not ship them and do not charge me any shipping, and you can keep them. I don't care. Just don't charge me the extra 100 quid. Oh, it's fucking horrible, especially when you're a uni student, man. You do not have that money. So anyway, this is my really long way of saying, oh my God, I promise, guys, I'm going to start reading the comments again. This is my really long, we're going on a side story, way of saying that I have like things now that I'm super conscious for I'm not allowed to buy when I'm drunk or use when I'm drunk. And these two things are a paintball gun, because sometimes when I'm drunk, I think, ooh, I could buy a paintball gun for pretty cheap on eBay. And I'm just like, no, Mikey, you know better than that. It's only going to lead to trouble. And the other thing that I absolutely will not allow myself to buy is a tattoo gun, because that is trouble brewing. Do you know what I mean? That's just like leaving a baby in a room full of live grenades. Like eventually, if you leave it long enough, something very, very bad is going to happen. So yeah, it's not really for me, but in terms of being passionate about tattoos and loving tattoo designs and thinking they look fucking awesome on people, yeah, absolutely. What about you, Capricus? What's the relationship of tattoos for you, good sir? Bob Doney says, how long have you been drawing anime girls for? Bob Doney, long enough to disappoint my parents. Jumin Han says, I came for Hisoka, I stayed for Mikey. Jumin, that's super kind. Welcome on back in. By the way, you lovely lot, if you're getting your artwork done, or you're doing anything in the background, maybe you've just got your homework on and you like a little bit of Mikey for an hour in your ears, then that's me tapping my mug and just kind of raising it to you guys and saying thank you so much for joining me on the ride. Let's sip this. John O. McDonald says, that's how drawing works. I feel like I don't have any chance in this giveaway, but I will enter anyway. Yes, do it. Come on. That's exactly it. And everybody else has just been commenting saying, well, everyone's got the same chances, so go for it. Absolutely go for it. And especially because this is, and I'm not tooting my own horn here, but God, do you ever see like on people's Instagram where they're just like, hey, why don't you comment below letter by letter the answer to this question? Name this thing, and we'll be picking a winner if we get over 5,000 likes, which, you know, is they'll set the target super high so they don't even have to do the giveaway. But by then they've already coerced their Instagram audience into trying to type out a 2-word answer letter by letter through the thing just to boost their own metrics and make it look like there's an active conversation. He says, air quoting, God, it's one of my fucking pet hates. And I'm not hating on the people for the sake of wanting to market themselves and boost their own Instagram. Don't hate the player for playing the game, right? But that being said, it's still one of my pet peeves. If you ever see me making an Instagram post and I'm just like, hey guys, why don't you answer letter by letter? You do have my permission to get into that feed and write fuck off letter by letter, regardless of what the question is. I will not hold that against you. Oh wait, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, so enter the competition, guys, because I'm not making you do anything other than you're already on YouTube. All you got to do is subscribe. That's 2 clicks. It's free to 2 other channels. It really helps me out. Cost you nothing but a quick moment, and then you might win a fucking tablet. Come on, that's win-win. Come on. Anyway, sorry guys. Lazy Tush R says it's been a while after DWM 108. Oh yeah, it was, dude. We had like a 6-week gap. I took off January, ended up taking off a lot of February, but I've talked about being busy and I've explained why in the last episode, so I won't bend your ears again. It was like yesterday that I drew Rem or ReZero fan art, and it feels like I did good, but after colouring, first time using my pencil colours, I kind of ruined my artwork. Hope someday I'll improve. Lazy Tusha R. I don't know what it is that you felt kind of ruined the artwork. Well done for engaging with colour, because personally, when I was a kid, I was using nothing but really light pencil strokes on all my artwork, and then eventually I was kind of like, have I even used this page? And you had to really squint to see if I'd drawn a picture on it. And that's kind of why I started forcing myself to use ink pens directly into my sketchbook. I kind of started doing that back in the architecture days, just so that I'd be like, right, I am marking this page. I am making something which I have to stand behind, even if it's kind of shit. It's one of those things about learning to be robust about your own shitty artwork, which I recommend for anybody. But that being said, I stayed away from colour for most of my life. Oh god, that's not a race thing. So then basically, what I'm getting at is, if you kind of feel like you've ruined that artwork, I sort of recommend blend really lightly with your pencils. Start off as if you're almost doing a bit of low saturation art. Get a layer down super light of the colour and tones you want for that character, and then just put another layer down and kind of let that build, but don't go in too hard too early. You've got to maybe, you know, tell her a joke, get her relaxed first, and then try your luck a little bit later on in the evening. If you're too keen, nobody's going to like it. Same goes for pencils. Jaggy says, finally mate. Oh yes, Jaggy, were you waiting whilst we had another DWM coming up? Thanks for waiting around. And Wasim Tamul says, anime, Phantom, Requiem for a Phantom, Manga, Grand Blue. Oh, thank you very much. Wasim, I'm going to copy both of these. Cheers, bruv. Contemplate Tech says, greetings, Mikey. Hello, Contemplate. Good to see you again. And you have been rereading Battle Royale. It's a crazy manga. Holy fuck, shit, sideways balls. That was one of the first manga. It wasn't like one of the first I ever read. It was one of the first manga that was ever lent to me. I'll always remember that because it fucking touched my heart. It was like 2 random volumes. It was like volume 3 and volume 5 or something. But I remember they were in English. And I remember just flicking over the pages, and one of the first pages I opened was, and it was obviously an action shot that's just happening midway between a character talking, but it was like the majority of one of the pages was just a close-up shot of this kid's face, and there was just an arrow bolt sticking straight into his face right next to his eye, like not through the eye, but just right next to it, and it was just in there, and there was something about that juxtaposition of like this hard bolt being in a sensitive area, just in your gob, well, not your gob, but your mug. For those of you who aren't American, I hope that makes sense. And it was just so visceral and just so impactful, and that just picture stayed with me. And this was already after I was aware of Battle Royale the film, which is kind of, oh my god, wait, was that Takashi Miike who did Battle Royale? Anyway, guys, what was like, oh my god, should we make this a question? What was like, for any of you who are still here, what was like the first Japanese live action film? If you guys have seen any Japanese live action, not necessarily the first, but the most impactful, so it's probably going to be among the first you've ever come across. Because I'll tell you what, we watched Battle Royale, and that's fucking incredible. It's such a good film, and it's still, that film still stands up. Excuse me, burping. It's so fucking good. Battle Royale I recommend to anybody, but I'll tell you the one that like had this super soft place in my heart is Versus. Me and my friends, because this is back in the days, and again I'll just kind of recap, this is back before you could just get everything off the internet. So when me and my friends were like before kind of formative years, like the last part of school, but definitely way before university and all that sort of stuff, you picked up whatever you happened to be able to get from the Blockbusters or the Gray's Video in your area. Like you were just lucky to get a Japanese or foreign import film. And so we came across this one. It was called Versus, and it had a guy on the cover with a sword over his shoulder and a handgun at the same time. So we're like, oh shit, samurai swords and handguns? No fucking way. And for those of you not in the know, there's basically 666 portals to the other side across the world. But there's a very particular forest in Japan that has the 333rd portal in it. And basically, God, how do I go through this film without spoiling it? Basically, it is mental, not incredibly high budget, but just mental, and the camera work's exciting, and you can tell like the director had like this mental vision. Warning though, Versus is like, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours long. I mean, it's not. It's like maybe 2 hours, but basically it definitely feels like it should have ended about halfway through. But oh my god, that fucking stuck with me. Anyway, sorry guys, coming all the way back around again. Yeah, so Battle Royale, you're reading that. The live action movies are not bad, and I need to read the novel. Ooh, I didn't realise there was a novel as well, actually. It's Cool Stroke Sad as one hell of a story. Yeah, it is. Do you have Discord, or have you ever considered making one? We'd all chat and share the art there. Contemplate. So, Discord. Mikey, don't Discord. Let me explain why. I have a Discord linked to Twitch, which is for subs only. And basically, if you subscribe to me, and this isn't a hard sell, by the way, guys, I'm just explaining what's going on. If you subscribe to me on Twitch, you can go into my Discord channel there, but it is not the kind of channel where I'm putting together a community of like-minded people where we get to share our artwork and talk about manga. Nothing of the sort. It's locked, so all you can do is download copies of the artwork I make, high res. And the way that I've got the Discord set up is basically because people pay to subscribe on Twitch, whereas it's free on YouTube. Basically, it's the same as just clicking follow. Following on Twitch is the same as subbing on YouTube, and subbing on Twitch is basically like paying on YouTube. Anyway, it costs like $5, I think, a month. So what I wanted to do as a thank you for people who hang out there and do that is basically make it as close as I can to spending a $5 on Patreon. So that regardless if you're going via Patreon to support me or you're hanging out on Twitch to support me, in either instance you're still getting access to some of the artwork. So Discord is the only tool that I could find that was already linked with Twitch so that it knows who's subbed and who isn't. So it knows who to show the art to and who it doesn't. I'm not against communities, obviously. I don't actually... sounds really weird for a guy who's trying to make an internet career. I really like communities and groups of people. That's all great. I don't like being a focus of attention in them. I've got no intent on leading... I'm done with leading groups and leading teams and training people and building things. I've had that part of my life. I've been in charge, and you know what? I'm not a big fan of it. Yeah, and the thing is like, if I make that into like a chat and hangout Discord, it's just another thing that I've got to keep my head on top of, and I don't have that spare time. Oh, he's bitching about spare time again. Guys, go through the DWM sessions and take a shot every time I moan about not having enough time. So, yeah, that's why I'm not turning it into a thing, because I tried one really early when I tried Twitch, and it just got out of control, and people were posting like really dodgy content, and then it still had my name on it, and I was just like, oh, I can't be doing any of this fucking shit. Plus, I've still got everybody sharing their artwork with me on Facebook, which I'm behind on. And where else are people trying to share their artwork? There was a thing. I think people are still probably messaging me on Amino. Oh, shit. Anyway, dude, it's another thing to keep on top of right now, but I cannot. Not against Discord. Everyone's got a Discord these days, and it's lots of fun. But I'm never in there. If I had a Discord, you would never see me in there. Oh, no, that's it. And there's that other tab on Patreon where people share their artwork there, because it's got like a community channel as well, like this kind of feed that you can post to. Too much. Too many things. So that's why I contemplate. That's why. ZKR? I don't know how to say curd. KR like doctor, but for a Klingon. Anyway, I think he was one of my favourite villain characters from Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, you're talking about Hisoka, absolutely. Everybody loves that Hizzy Lizzy. Now I want to go and rewatch it from the beginning. So do I, dude. I can relate to that. Inky Universe says, Yosh! Yosh Inky Universe. Ikuzo! Let me sip this. And Diligent Core says, at this point in time, I've just finished watching the anime How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, and now I'm reading the manga. Oh, the anime was so good, Diligent, that it put you onto the original. That's always a good sign. I have taken your suggestion. And Akalai A Assassina Renegada says, Mikey, hello there. I'm going to call you AAAR. Ard! RDRR. Hey, Bart? Remember? Anyway, Simpsons? Anyway. Mikey, would you like to make videos of Vanishing Point and Folds and Cloves? I've already done one about Vanishing Points in my beginner's drawing tutorials, but I could probably do a better one to be fair. Folds and Cloves? Yeah. Materials, we need to cover loads of stuff, and maybe some textures, just thank you. From Brazil, hey, let's saludos desde England. And I always watch your videos, obrigado, and learn more and more. If you can, you send a message to Brazil in the next video, I would love it. I don't know any good Brazilian, he said, good Portuguese, I should say, to send to Brazil, but hello, you lovely Brazilians. I lived in Rio when I was a baby. I'm shouting like that's going to help with the translation. When I was a baby, little bambino, I was taken down to Rio. Don't worry, I wasn't kidnapped. It wasn't one of those situations. But for a bit I was down in Brazil, even though I was born in London. So bloody good times. Much love to any Brazilians out there. Much love to all of you, but a little bit extra this week for the Brazilians. Slushy Entertainment says, I'm subscribed to 2 other channels. Well done, Slushy, you won't have a shot. And Jornales Estrella my God, your names are fucking amazing. Jornales Estrella Polanco says, if I win, oh my God, if indeed. Penguin says, The Promised Neverland is so good. I just finished the manga. Yeah, guys, I was talking about how hype I was to start reading that. Still haven't got round to it. Absolutely want to. And Kenpachi says, I bought the Artist 12 recently. Oh, dude, hey, how's that working out for you, man? You making any cool artwork? Lazy Pop Studio says, Mikey Mega. You've written it really long. I'm not going to scream it into the microphone, but hello and thank you. And Life Cool said, he's so talented. I found his channel 2 weeks ago and I'm already watching almost all of his videos. I wish I could get a drawing tablet and be able to at least try the way you can, Mikey. Dude, all the best to you. And thank you so much for hanging out and going through the back catalogue of the DWMs. If you guys like a slightly confused, tired Englishman rambling into the microphone from time to time, burping and sipping coffee, swearing and talking about whatever's on his mind, well, you've come to the right place. Justine Cruz says, I literally drew Hisoka today. Yes, you're on a H-boat as well. Oh my God, this is some psychic level of coolness, but I love Hisoka. So, we mentioned this before. He's the only likeable pedophile ever. Do you know what I mean? And I think it helps that he's a fictional character, because in real life, you're going to go to prison. That's where you need to stay. But in terms of the manga, it's just like, damn, why do they just make him so good? You don't want to like him, but he's a fantastic character. This is what you do when you're a good fucking manga writer. This guy's a fucking genius, anyway. Josephine Osborne says, I like the video. Thank you, Josephine. And Yakakak Hunter says, hey, it's me. Indeed, you've got a Hisoka for your icon in your YouTube channel. Man Like Zero says, save my entry. What, this one right here. And One Sam Rosaline says, you're so talented. Ah! You're too kind. I'm actually not. I don't do recently as well, because I do a lot more editing. I'm not kidding. I do more editing right now. This is a sadness than I do art. So I'm struggling to fit it in. So I've done a load of artwork at the start of this year because I knew I was going to have a massive editing session coming. So I already know what you're probably going to be seeing for next week's DWM. It's an abomination. It goes against God. But, we're going to go down that F road every now and then. And also, sorry, I'm looking over my shoulder as if I needed to validate its existence before I start talking about it. Also, I got myself a thick way. I'm just going to grab it. Sorry, I get excited about art supplies. So I got myself a tan paper sketchbook, brown paper. Except I didn't get myself one of those because most of the brown paper sketchbooks I saw on Amazon are like 80 GSM. 80 GSM! Or maybe it was £80. No, 80 GSM, which is super thin. So what I got myself instead, same material but a different use, is a brown paper photo album scrapbook. And this is actually way better because, number one, it is, it's got a plastic sleeve that goes, like a plastic cover that goes over the ring binder sort of design. So it's still got the same thick card pages, but it means, it's not going to get splashed about with. But also it's like 170 GSM, so it's still paper, but this is like really thick paper. So instead of it being like super thin and really gnarly, like I'm going to be able to dive in and really kind of work. And I bought some Prismacolor white pencils as well. Oh my God, guys, on Amazon, this is fucked up. It's cheaper to buy a white Prismacolor pencil on Amazon one at a time than it is to buy a pack of them. I shit you not. Do the math. Search that shit on Amazon if you're in the UK and have a look. Anyway, so it's got these really thick sheets, which mean I can really dive in. It's probably going to be able to take a good hit from a Copic marker, as well as like just work in the hours of Prismacolor. I'm really excited to start using it. Haven't had a chance to start yet, but I follow a particular artist on Twitch called Grigory Peppo, and he's such a fucking bohemian, and he really loves his classicists and stuff like that. So I really want to just use my... So there's a chapter in the Michael Hampton figure drawing design and invention book that's got a lot about facial construction and the planes of the face. So I'm going to basically hit up that part of the book and then do some draw-alongs with this other gentleman and really just kind of work into that sketchbook. Oh my god, I just love... Because I spend a lot of time with tablets and reviewing the digital side of things, I get such a fucking hankering for just a sketchbook and some ink pens and... my Posca markers. Sorry, I'm not flexing on you guys, but my Posca markers came as well. I've got some white pens that are finally better than those shitty gel pens that I tried to use to highlight stuff. Oh man, I'm so excited. All I want to do is draw that now. I've triggered myself into wanting... Anyway, so I've got so much work to do this morning. The Ender Markman says early. Well, in that case, good sir, thank you so much for joining in on the series. And Shayin Ayad says, I really need a tablet. Good luck, madam. And also, subscribe to Egg says, hello, I'd love to hear from you. I'll leave it for now, but thank you very much, subscribe. And Alveric Grimm says, I'm currently waiting for the last few episodes of that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I started watching the show, ended at episode 8, and it's now being released, but I'm a bit of a binge watcher. Oh, so you'll wait till like a load's come out before you'll actually start a series, mate. Kind of me too these days. You've already got merchandise from the show, so you adore it. Well, in that case, hello Vic. I shall add it to my notepad file. Thank you. Angel Cruz says not first, but thanks for coming in. And Geekdom1 says, where have you been, my boy? Hello, Geekdom. Oh, just out and about. You know how it goes. Hope you're doing well. I'm just scrolling down a few comments, which are all basically, it's been so long, or you're not dead, and welcome back. So thank you very much, Jed, and Jaggy, and Sonic Hacker, and Woot Woot, and Geekdom. Okay, just scrolling. I think like this is a bit in the comment section where YouTube's funneled together all of the very first comments. Juan Barnaby Dominguez Carvalho, good luck to you for the competition. And Copycat is already subbed to the channels as well. Nice one, guys. Puddin-chan Anime Freak says, it's Hisoka! I love him, best Kara. Yeah, dude. And somebody whose name is in Japanese or Chinese, but I can't read all of it except to say you're some sort of genius. So I can see like the kanji for like gaku and shogaku, but not sei, and bun and oya. So basically you're some kind of like junior school student of some sort. A free tablet would be cool, especially since I recently started drawing something every day with a pencil. Oh dude, mate, pencil and paper is the way to begin. Like, never knock it, it's so good. It's available worldwide, and then it costs you barely anything and you get to dive in and start illustrating. Just do that shit. Nice Twist says that I'm watching some of the seasonal animes. I don't know what that implies. Just like animes that have come out recently in spring. The one I can recommend is Mob Psycho, and the manga that I'm reading is Gantz, which is great. Oh dude, I've done Gantz. I've been through the Gantz boat and out the other side. Oh my god, was it you guys I was trying to impress a while ago? It's all in a box now because of the situation, but I've got like a special edition Gantz Osaka book. Oh my god, it's so good. Anyway, dudes, I will take that. Mob Psycho is recommended to me loads, especially because I love One Punch Man, so eventually I'll come around to it. I think the problem is that I love One Punch Man so much, I don't want to read like the second best story. Do you know what I mean? AJ's Drawing Studio says, currently, Fairy Tale I'm watching. Like Yoda, you have surprised that sentence. And some questions for you regarding FT. Wait, what? What were some of your favourite things from it? Do you play Cards Against Humanity? And what can you hold in your left hand but not your right? Are you talking about... Wait, are you talking about Mikey the Gathering? Oh, wait. What? Wait, are you talking about Mikey the Gathering, the card game that I'm making on Twitch? Or are you talking about just left-handed and right-handed people? I don't actually understand your question. I'm so sorry. It's not quite triggering in my brain. I have played Cards Against Humanity. It's fun for a little while, and then you kind of realise that there's only 5 cards that are, edgy enough that they really meet your humour, and the rest of them mean you're always going to lose a round. And then after that you realise, I don't need a card game to kind of remind me what an awful person I am. Like I have these terrible person conversations with my mates whenever I see them anyway. But I'm not knocking it. It's certainly a lot of fun, especially for the unimaginative, or maybe people who are just younger. But you come up with so much awfulness when you get old, just for the fun of it. Like, Cards Against Humanity just doesn't keep up. And what can you hold in your left hand but not your right? Well, oh, I see. Oh, okay. That's an insightful question. What can I hold in my left hand instead of my right? Well, I learnt to use my left so that I didn't make a mess with the mouse and keyboard. So I've kind of like pushed myself over to that side, he says. I dress in the other direction, but that's not a euphemism. And what else do you hold in your left and not your right? I hold my mug. So right now, my mug is in my left hand. This is a really boring story. Jesus, I'm going to end this topic, don't worry. So that I can still move the mouse over right. I know in some cultures, especially cultures where you eat with your hands, you should only ever reach for food with your right hand. And now I have no idea really. I don't really understand your question, but that's as far as I can do. AJ's, what about you? What card games are going on? What was your question, basically? Because I don't think I've quite answered what you wanted to know, but thank you very much. Hughes Curtis says, I've been reading Paladin of the End. It's an isekai, but it's really damn good. Do check it out. Isekai. So I don't know what that means off the top of my head. I've heard that term before. Let me Google it right now and educate myself. Isekai is a genre of fantasy anime where a character travels from the world they know to an unfamiliar one. Typically, Isekai series will place a person in a magical realm, or fantasy and or horror, though occasionally it happens in the reverse. Oh, okay. So I wonder then, like, does Isekai anime mean that it can still be a different realm even if we're familiar with it, i.e., the animes where people get stuck in video games and become the video game characters? I guess that's Isekai, even if they've already played the video game. And, oh my god, so I guess Escaflowne. Escaflowne, dum 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 dum. Escaflowne, dum dum dum. Guys, Escaflowne, it must be an Isekai. It meets this description. It's got a soundtrack by Yoko Kanno, and if you watched any good solid anime in your life, it's probably at some point had a Yoko Kanno soundtrack. She is eclectic. Guys, check out the soundtrack for Escaflowne. The orchestral stuff is so dark and all over the place. It's incredible. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you like the Isekai? Yeah, I'm not against the idea of that. Let me just come back to... Oh shit, where are the comments? Let me just come back to you, Hughes Cartist, and copy this. Paladin of the End. Great, cheers man. And Zero from 821 Anime Art says, please, my tablet just broke whilst I was in the middle of an animation I was making. No, you poor man. Terrell says, I've been watching Run With The Wind. It's a sports anime about running, which is only half as interesting as the deep bonds and sense of companionship that the show is actually about. It feels good drawing again, so it's rare that I ever do it unless listening to your sweet voice. Oh, Terzels, welcome back. Okay. There's an anime or a manga about anything. Run With The Wind. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't the one where the girls are also racehorses, is it? I've definitely seen an advert for something I don't want to watch. Jade Candy says, I'm watching OG Dragon Ball. Oh, nice one. Oh my god. I fucking love... Guys, sorry, I got too hyped. Yeah, oh my god. So OG Dragon Ball is just so magical to me. It's so old and it's so janky, but it's like got this real dated magical quality that I just can't get over. I really like it. Mostly because I tried before and I got too busy. But I had a question, ask away. And that is, how do people draw whilst watching shows? I could see listening to music or a podcast, but doesn't watching a show entail your peepers on the subject at hand? Jade Candy. So the trick is you have to start learning Japanese so that you don't need to keep looking up to reading the subtitles. It also helps if you've either watched the show before or you're kind of really not interested in the show whatsoever, but you're watching it because somebody else recommended it to you. That's not what's happening here. So yeah, I've put on plenty of anime in the background, especially when I used to do like drawings or Japanese homework way back in the uni days. And yeah, I barely kept up with what was going on screen. So, yeah, one is always to the detriment of the other. I'm not personally very good at multitasking like that. But still, the idea of just kind of getting really submerged into something and just being like, right, I want to draw in an anime style and I want Japanese noises on in the background, even if I'm not really focusing, I really want to get into that zone and just go for it. And yeah, I understand why people do it. But yeah, I personally at least can't keep up. Christoph B says, hello Mikey. Hello Christoph. I love your work and your YouTube channel. Why, thank you very much. I hope to win a giveaway. Good luck. And Ryu Shinko says, I've just started rereading Kengan Azura. It's an amazing martial arts. Oh, that sounds really familiar. It's amazing martial arts manga. The plot is basically what would happen if merchants or big companies settled financial disputes, not with boardroom discussions, but by getting two fighters to represent each company and battle it out. Oh my goodness. Sounds like these companies have roots in gang-related problems. The battles are amazingly drawn and crazy, and it's got some Baki-level shit. Oh, I'm interested. Some of the characters include a disgraceful sumo wrestler, a guy that's almost a Wolverine, and one that's basically almost a Kuma from Street Fighter. Jacked fisherman dude that could be in a screaming match with the entire cast of Dragon Ball Z. Okay, I'm sold. Right. Okay. I'm not going to read the rest of your comment, but I'm going to copy that. I've definitely heard of this before. That's the thing that's driving me nuts. But I just can't... Wait, Kengan Asura. What I'm thinking of is called Sengan Kakura. Oh shit, do you think maybe I've just got the name wrong? Like, for the last 10 years of my life? Oh no, this is definitely new and different. Wait, when did this manga come out? Ooh. Basically, guys, I'm looking on another tab on Google and it all looks fantastic. Okay, yeah, no, I'm going to check that out. Thank you very much for that suggestion, dude. Morty says, draw more stuff like this. I'll be grateful if you draw something like that. Oh, yeah, no worries, Morty. Thank you very much. I can see that you've had to translate from some kind of Cyrillic. So cheers. And Equested Event Soccer says, Witchblade is, as far as I am aware, the only anime and manga shown in Japan and American comics that came from an American television show. They've developed an amazing universe for the Witchblade gauntlets. If you've ever seen or read any of them, you should. I've just finished typing this when I heard someone else mention Witchblade. What a small world. Let's add you to the notepad file. Wait, what was my question for you guys? Oh yeah, guys. Let me reiterate, what was your first experience of a Japanese live action? Oh, let me try that again. Live action. Oh, I'm yawning so much this morning, guys. So, like, again, it doesn't have to be the very first one, but what was the one that really just kind of went, whoa, that's really a thing that I've just watched. That is something. Because, and wait, what am I getting at? So, like, I'm familiar with, like, all of the Beat T stuff, like Sonatine and stuff like that. I was vaguely, like, kind of knew that in the background. But it was really kind of one of two swords. It was Takashi Miike horrors that I really dived into at a young age. Tetsuo, Iron Man, Jesus, that fucking sticks with you. And the Versus stuff. And I'm struggling to remember off the top of my head who the director of Versus was. Because Miike was the horror, but this Versus guy makes a lot of very similar, longer than they should be weird fighting films. It kind of rotates the same cast. Right, okay. Who did Versus? I really want to remember this without looking it up. But I'm going to have to put it in. Okay, that's too vague of a... Bear with. Internet Movie Database. Oh, God, who did Versus? Okay, Versus came out in the year 2000. So that was 3 years before I went to university. Cast and... Oh my god, fucking Internet Movie Database has these fucking adverts that expand out of the banner and they cover the information I wanted to look at. I will now... Right, guys, mark my words. I will now never, ever play Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Fuck that game and fuck the Xbox One. Simply for that little annoying moment. That is not good advertising. That physically got in the way of what I was about to click on. I hate it, guys. Pet peeve number 2. Round 2, guys. I'll tell you, this drives me fucking nuts. And it happens on Twitch with some of your menu settings. I hate when a web page loads and you know and can see that the button that you want to click on. So as the web page loads, you immediately go to click on that button, but they do those delayed adverts so that a fraction of a second later an advert pops up right over where your mind is already telling your finger to start clicking. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, I was about to say I'm going to, get a gun and hunt somebody down, but I don't want the FBI and CIA around my house. So. But Jesus Christ. Oh my God. If I'm about to click on a link, because I know what I want to do on a website, and an advert or a delayed advert pops up, or worse, the web page, and this is on purpose, they know what they're doing, the web page hasn't fully loaded its final graphic, because if you want, you can tell when you're coding which graphics load up in which order, depending on how your web page is managed and tailored for different viewing needs. And so sometimes they do it so that a graphic at the top of a page loads last, and it bumps all of that page content down. This will happen in a fraction of a second, but your brain has already told your finger to press click on the mouse. And oh my God! Ryuhei Kitamura! Guys, it's Ryuhei Kitamura. K-I-T-A-M-U-R-A. Ryuhei Kitamura from Versus. I do... if you like your really old school, overly excessive, gory, weird, non-understandable stuff, I'm not saying that this is good cinema, but Versus in particular is just... You're not going to see anything else like it. It's really something. So that's my Mikey recommendation. Thank you very much for yours, guys. Especially you, Equestus. Anyway, let's get back to your comments, guys. Kozaki-chan says, football rivalry. Oh, yeah, guys. Last week you were telling me about... let me sip this. The rivalry, interstate rivalries in the US, which I actually found really fascinating from an outsider's perspective. So you're saying football rivalry is Chicago and Green Bay, the Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Oh, Chicago Bears versus the Green Bay Packers. We hate each other. We're rude to anybody wearing Packers gear in Chicago. It's well known. Okay. Kozaki-chan, so if I go to Chicago, I'm going to be like, hey, Chicago, go Bears. Oh, man, fuck them Packers. But equally, if I ever make it over to Green Bay, I'm going to be like, Green Bay, I love you guys, but I'll tell you who sucks. Chicago. I love it. I just love that stuff. I don't know why. Terrell6, because imagine guys like, I don't know, imagine if you took your mascots, everybody across America and all your states and all your local teams that you love. Imagine like building a narrative out of that. Make a fucking old school Kingdom Come style manga anime where you're all these different tribes and your tribes have these deities, and these deities are like horrific monstrous forms of your team mascots, and they battle to the death, and there's these wars. Imagine it's like Naruto and you're all different ninja clans with like these special summonable gods and techniques and stuff. Like, you could make a fucking story out of just your NFL and your basketball leagues based across the states. Too late, copyright, I'm going to do it myself. This is a great idea. Like, I love that shit. There's narratives and everything. Misize says, I want a new tablet. Good luck. And Knave Hearted says, I have 0% chance of winning the giveaway. Oh, well, if you haven't entered, then yeah, so... Dude, sort your life out. Taylor Darb says, your channel is the best when it comes to tutorials. I learned more here from anywhere else. Dude, thank you very much for saying. That's super kind. Now I feel guilty. I need to make more tutorials, don't I? Especially now we're only down to 2 videos a week. What's going to come out this weekend? I haven't decided, but we'll look into it. Dude, that's really kind of you to say. I'm really pleased if anything that I do helps you with your own drawing or helps get people into the drawing. It's super therapeutic. I recommend it. It takes your mind off of life struggles. Trust me on that. And I would try to get anyone into drawing if I could. I'm definitely a pusher. Walpole the Everywhere says, Mikey, hello Walpole. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, not too bad, man. I feel like I've woken up just in the space of this podcast alone. So hiya. Have you heard of ambidextrous artist Rob Pryor? The guy paints with both hands. Oh my god, what? No, I haven't. An enjoyable anime is Bookseller Honda-san, a workplace comedy where mythical creatures work at a Japanese bookstore, including Honda Skeleton. Oh shit. And also the webcomic Girl Genius by Professor's Folio is worthwhile. And a solid D&D podcast is for Roaring Trainers, Kanto in a Jazz Age. Hope you enjoy. Walpole, thank you so much for a range of interesting suggestions here. I like all of this. The only D&D I'm listening to at the moment is Creative Casters on Twitch, because they do live sessions, and I don't know them, they're only internet friends, but I'm familiar with all of the people who do it. But maybe I'll open my mind to more in the future. I do like creative stuff, oddly enough. That's probably not a surprise to hear, is it? Dude, thanks for those suggestions. Jameson Larson says, what anime? I've been watching That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Oh, dude, I've already got that on my list from earlier. And I'm going to watch the 2nd season of Mob Psycho when I have time. Yeah, I know I should bite the bullet and just get interested in Mob Psycho, but I'm so deep on One Punch Man, I don't want to tarnish that element of comedy manga fulfillment at the moment. Do you know what I mean? It's like I've got a pocket full of gold coins, And that is great. And someone's just turned around to me and said, Mikey, would you like some silver coins? Who wouldn't fucking love some silver coins? But I'm just like, well, mate, I don't want to have like a mixed bag in my pocket. I've got a pocket full of gold here. I'm not going to take some of that gold out to fit in some of the silver. That's a really bad analogy. I'll work on it, guys. But thanks for listening. Plazeon says, hey, Mikey. Hello, Plazeon. I've been watching since a couple of months now. Oh, in that case, welcome, good sir. But first time commenting. Oh, yeah, don't worry. No need to be shy. I just wanted to say thank you for getting me into starting to draw. Oh, you're welcome, man. I just wanted to start drawing for quite a while, but never found the moment to start. Finding your videos is what finally did it to me. He did it to me, mother. The idea of being able to put whatever you have on your mind down on paper and being satisfied with the outcome is something I'm truly amazed by. Oh, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. I'm so pleased to hear that, dude. And the things that motivate me to get better and better. I really enjoy the DWM episodes. They help me to get my own artwork done as well. Oh, man. Thanks, man. And also, yeah, cheers to you, dude. Cheers to you and your drawing, man. Oh, it's fucking such a nice thing to read in the morning. A. Kenny says, I have a question. Go ahead, sir. I've been having art block for about a month or so, and I never know what to draw, or when I do, I never finish. Few to inspiration. What do you suggest for inspiration? I don't have many artists around me who get that, and they can't relate, but I just want to ask you, since you draw almost every week. Yeah, almost every week I draw. I should be drawing every day, but too many editing projects. Dude, I'll tell you what I recommend, Kenna. If you haven't got much going on IRL that motivates you, is an app called Pinterest or Pinterest. You'll know what it is. It's kind of, I think it's white writing in red background. Pinterest, that'll be it. And, oh my God, I haven't opened Pinterest on my phone in a long time. But the reason why I recommend it, it's a double-edged sword, basically. When you start looking at anything on Pinterest, it then starts suggesting more and more stuff to you. So if you start looking at amazing pictures of art and anime and illustration, it generates a feed, and then it just feeds you loads of incredible artwork. So that's actually really motivating, and you're going to see such a wide range of incredible stuff. Like, you're not even going to know where to start. You're going to be so into it. The problem, however, is that although it's amazing at delivering fantastic art you might not have seen before to you and making you want to get into it, it is fucking terrible at helping you find out who that original artist is. So Pinterest is full of uncredited amazing artwork, and if you get like too into it, you're going to start like drawing in people's styles, but you won't even know whose style it is that you're emulating. Which might not be a big deal, but if you're somebody who makes a lot of YouTube videos, it's only a matter of time before somebody comes out of the woodwork and calls you like a hack or a fraud or something. So you do have to, like, if I find something on Pinterest, I do have to go out of my way. And sometimes it's harder than you think to find the original artist so that I can at least credit them before I start doing studies of their work. In fact, you know what, there's some really old DWM videos when I was just going through Pinterest, and I think in one of them I had to literally just make the top of the title something like, if you know who drew this, please let me know, because I've got no idea. Anyway, Hellsing Revamped. Oh my goodness, are they making another Hellsing series? What's going on there? I quite liked Ultimate. Let's see, for anime or manga, I'm chipping my way through Berserk's manga, fantastic. So far I loved watching it, and the old anime, correct, but haven't really toughed for CGI stuff. Yep, don't touch it, you don't want it. Nobody needs that in their life. BNHA, I don't really know what that means, dude. I've watched the anime in the full, I've watched the anime in full. Oh god, I thought In Full was the name of something. You're still talking about Berserk. And I've watched the movies, yeah, movies are good. Oh! Boku no Hero Academia! Oh, I got it. Sorry, guys. All Might is my number one Superman, and Goku, don't at me. Okay, yeah, no worries. Oh, God, I know I need to watch Boku. God, why haven't I watched that? Oh, yeah. Same answer that I give to why I haven't done anything. The Gaming Poo says, hey, good sir. Hello there, Gaming Poo. This is about art style. Well, thank you very much for prepping me before the question. When I ask for tips about art style, they just say don't worry about it, but I don't like where my style's going. I don't like my current style, so I opened my Instagram and I looked for amazing styles. I found 2 artists who I love, and I tried getting somewhere on their style, but I can't. God, take a shot every time you say style in this sentence. But I can't get how they do certain things. Please help me. Sorry for the rant. Hashtag hardcore crew. Hashtag sip of liquid. Yeah, I'm down. Bear with. Also, if any other artists read this, please help. Please send help, I'm trapped. Gaming Poo. Okay, so this is about observation and technical skill. You found some artists whose styles you like and you want to emulate, and you want to introduce that into some of your own work. When you sit down and do a study of their work, like, what you want to do is look when you're done and look at what you've done and basically just start to ask you, why is it that what I've just drawn, even when I'm just trying to copy their work, doesn't speak to me the way their work does? Is it because my work is got less contrast? I don't have all these deep shadows. I've been shading too softly. Is it because the character that I've drawn compared to the original has eyes that are too big or too far apart or too close together? The version I've drawn is the hair off. Get really good at observing it. And this is Art 101 advice for any teacher, I'm sure will tell you, is the good thing about art and drawing stuff and studying things, especially in real life as well. If you sit down and draw something, for a lot of people, you look at it properly for the first time in your life. Because obviously you guys know that the way our brains work is it fills the gaps. When you walk around each day and you look at stuff, when you walk to work or get in a car and go for a drive, you're barely looking at anything. Your mind is barely taking in any information. But because your mind is very familiar with the world and it kind of knows that, those things on two circles are probably a guy on a bicycle at a glance and stuff like that, it fills in the gaps for you. So when you sit down and try to draw something and you really look at it, look at all of the elements of the thing that's in front of you, like it kind of opens your eyes a bit more. It's basically, and this sounds super weird and sideways, but it's basically like the kind of lessons that Syrio Forel gives to Arya in the first book of Game of Thrones, because he kind of teaches Arya to see the world for what it really is and don't kind of get wrapped up in your immediate false narrative and fantasies of how you think things are put together. Make no assumptions and observe. So anyway, in art, that's like a really big thing, and I recommend it for everyone. So it makes you really fucking look at objects in a different manner. So take that attitude with your own art when you compare it to the studies that you've made of other people's, and you'll start to understand why what you've drawn still doesn't feel like what you want it to be compared to the original. And the more you build up your observation, the more you can improve your technical skill as a result. One is going to lead into the other massively for you. So I'm talking about understanding the studies and understanding the differences between your work and theirs. That technical skill isn't necessarily building up your art style, however. That is still going to come over time. But the more you soak in and take in stuff that you love, the more you're going to use that particular style and that technique as you apply it to your own work. So start from there, dude. Get really observant. Everybody who's listening, really, really look at something. Just really look at it. Try to draw something and you will see it for the first time, I swear to God. Anyway, Tony Torres says, oh, Tony, I'm always seeing you in the comment section. Mikey, we've missed you in the YouTube DWM world. Well, it's a pleasure to be back. I hope all is going well with your mum and your current endeavours, man. Oh, thank you very much, dude. There's light at the end of the tunnel. I think I said this last week, but it's dependent on a lot of things. So I'm doing a lot of things right now to see if I can have a positive result. And if I can't, then, you just take it on the chin and get on with your life. But, oh my God, if I can make a certain thing work, it's going to be fucking amazing. Anyway, enjoy your films and games, man. Thank you very much. We'll still be here to support you. Oh my God, you're too much of a nice person. P.S. I forgot to include the anime that I'm watching. I'm thinking of finally picking up on Gurren Lagann to catch up on the hype, but I've also been told to check out Monster. Oh, and I've been visiting... Oh my God, I've got Monster, but I've not read it. I've got all of Monster. I've also been visiting Tokyo, Kyoto and Osaka for the first time ever after St. Patrick's Day for the Sakura Festival. Oh my God, Tony, I'm not at all jealous. I might be going to Japan in October. Did I say that? October, November? But I'm starting to wonder if I'm going to get that sorted. Oh my God, Twitch. By the way, fucking hell. The reason I wonder is because I'm so bad at sorting my life out. I still haven't even looked at flights or anything, or started learning Japanese again. I do need to brush up on my Japanese. I'm super rusty. So, dude, I am really fucking jealous of you traveling around some fantastic places. That's so fucking cool. I'm going to TwitchCon Berlin. Does anybody follow stuff on Twitch? I don't know. But guys, if you like Rambling Mikey, but you want to have it live, come hang out on Twitch. So I'm going to go to TwitchCon Berlin. I'm not like as a person. I'm just going as a tourist. Do you know what I mean? It's not like a Visit Mikey situation. And I still haven't, that's like in a month, and I still haven't sorted out the flights. I'm so bad at organising. Dude, I'm so jealous. So I'm still jealous. I'm going to be sipping that tea in your honour whilst I'm out there, brother. Brother! Thank you so much, Tony Torres. Right back at you, mate. You take care. And Ame says, hey, Mikey. Hello, Ame. First time commenter here. Well, welcome. But I remember asking you to draw Sakurajima Mai over Instagram, which is odd since I don't use Instagram much. I read too much manga, but a big one for me is Huraken. Oh, I've never heard of it. I went in expecting a trashy harem, but it ended up staying for the very real characters and the story. I'm a bit 50-50 on harem mangas. It gets surprisingly deep and tackles issues I never expected it to. And also, the girls are hot. Yeah, okay. I'll add it to the list, and I'll judge you accordingly by your suggestions. Cheers. Darlo98 says you need to read The Craft of Manga by Hirohiko Araki, the author of JoJo's. Any artist can read it for inspiration and motivation. Darlo98, I'm so glad you said that, because you've just reminded me that somebody said that in the last DWM. I've made a note of this somewhere else. Oh my god, you know what I didn't do, which I should have, is I should have opened Amazon right there. Guys, I know we're coming to the end of the episode, but bear with. I need to go onto Amazon right fucking now. Right fucking now. Oh, guys, I finally bent over. They have me. Amazon finally put their thumb right up inside of me. I've now got Amazon Prime. I'm on the trial month, but I've got a suspicion that I'm probably going to be staying there for a while. Oh my god, this looks really fucking good. Okay, dude, thank you so much. Oh, also Manga Theory and Practice for Craft of Creating. Oh my god, I can get this delivered tomorrow. Oh my god, this looks so fucking good. Dude, thank you very much for reminding me. Guys, I'm so sorry, but like, I just fucking, a good book. I love a good book. Oh, that looks so fucking good. Oh, I've really woken up now just because that. I'm so grateful you wrote that in the comments, dude, because somebody mentioned this last week, and you writing that has reminded me that I forgot. Oh, that's such good news. Okay, guys, I think we're coming up to the end of the episode now. Let me just... Can we grab just two more? I'm going to go for two really short ones. David DeLima says, draw something cute and buff next time. Like Bongo Cat with a buff body. Oh wait, isn't that Battle Cats? Well, David, I hope I'm hitting up the cute whilst I've been doing a humanised Gijinka version of Sobble-chan. Sobble from one of the Perky Mans. She's cute, she avoids her problems. Oh, I've really gotten into... So there's another... artist, there's hundreds of artists I now follow on Twitch, but one of them's called Madeline Inc. No, she's not, she's called Maddie, but she's really getting into gouache, and like she really just hit this phase where she was doing these really saturated teal skies, and it just triggered me. So now what you're probably going to notice is in a lot of my artwork I've got these very particular types of clouds with very teal sky backgrounds going on, because I'm just really into that at the moment. But anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that slightly nervous looking Sobble-chan. There is going to be another one of those Perky Mans in the future, next episode, except this one's going to be one of those we've strayed far too far from God's light kind of situations, so you may or may not like what you see, but you know, just messing about and just experimenting. Don't hate, celebrate. You guys have been fantastic. Aidan Clark says, did anybody else find this channel and decide not to watch anything else for a while? Aidan, that's a really kind thing to say. Thank you so much for binging and spending your time over here at Mikey Mega Mega. It's of course a pleasure to have you. And guys, if you like the fact that we do all of this stuff, he says, with barely uploading and just getting back into swing of it. Wait, what am I getting at? Oh yeah, no, sorry. Guys, so basically, you know what my agenda is. If you're new, I'll just recap it. Obviously, making money and paying a rent is nice, but my main focus is I want people to get into drawing. It means a lot to me. It's one of the very few things I'm passionate about, and I hope, like, you know, it works for you guys as well and kind of helps you with life and all that sort of stuff. Get drawing if you can. But that means that I make these videos for free. It means I want you guys to have access to them. There's no paywalls. This isn't a Udemy course. Just dive in. I'll help you wherever I can. The only reason I'm able to do that, because that's not really a good business model, is because some other fantastic people seem to kind of like the idea of that and they support me on Patreon. So let me just stop and say, as ever, a great big thank you to some of the highest tier patrons from last month, including Mecha Shogun, Ryder2KX, Michael P, Carlos R, Breton F, Simbisai K, Fabio, Andrew E, Homongchi L, Zenith6, Jamie, Zahaki, and Matthew A. You guys are at the top of a really long list of fantastic people who just support me on Patreon. Obviously, it's a two-way street. You can download, you know, high-quality copies of the artwork. There's not safe for work stuff at your own risk, and all the other things and stuff that we do on there. But thank you so much, you lovely people. Everybody who's made it this deep into the episode. If you're listening to this, you are the resistance. But basically our version is, if you're still here and you're listening to this, you are the hashtag hardcore crew. I hope you've managed to get some work done in the background, or I hope you've just enjoyed sitting and chilling out. It's been a pleasure as ever. Make sure you get yourself into the comment section so that I can hopefully read what you've got to say next week around. And of course, let me know about your favourite or most impactful live action Japanese movie. I'll take Chinese as well if you like. I'm open stuff. Korean? Yeah, let's just say Asian, but no Desi. Okay guys, love you and leave you. Take care.